Welcome to storage servers. If storage groups is the parent, the routing decision, storage servers is the child, the working endpoint with credentials, capacity, and a health pulse. Every video that finishes processing eventually lands on a server you configure here. This page never opens on its own. From storage groups at domain.com/ct/admin/storage_groups.php, find the group you want to populate and click the green servers button. That sends you here with the parent group's ID and the URL. Land here without a group ID and the system redirects you back. When the page loads, you will see a green gradient banner and a breadcrumb reading Dashboard, Storage Groups, then the parent group's name. Below the banner is a card with a green Add New Server button and a gray Back to Groups button. Below that, the CDN provider's comparison strip, a cost calculator launcher, and the table of servers attached to this group. The CDN provider strip, 6 compact provider cards in a row, Bunny.net, Vultr Object Storage, DigitalOcean Spaces, Cloudflare R2, Key CDN, and CDN77. Each card shows the brand icon, name, headline price, a one-line use case, and a badge like Adult OK or Free Egress. Click any card and a provider details modal opens with pricing, best for guidance, key features, regions, and a numbered quick setup. At the bottom, a green Sign Up Now button opens the provider's site through the platform's affiliate link, and a gray Configure Server button closes the details and immediately opens the Add Server modal preloaded with that provider type. The fast path. Watch for the warnings. DigitalOcean Spaces, Cloudflare R2, and Key CDN all carry red ribbons explicitly prohibiting adult content under their terms. The form will not stop you, but they will. Bunny Wasabi, CDN77, and Backblaze B2 carry green Adult OK notes. Key CDN and CDN77 also carry yellow pull CDN notices. Those providers fetch from your origin on demand instead of receiving uploads, a different model you need to understand before wiring in. Below the strip is a single Compare CDN Costs button that opens the cost calculator in a new tab. Use it before you commit. The servers table. If the group already has servers attached, a 7-column table lists them. Server name shows the human-readable label in bold, type shows the provider type in uppercase, storage usage shows current versus max in gigabytes, followed by of unlimited for true CDN providers, the actual disk capacity for reachable local servers, or just allocated for FTP. Files shows the count of file location pointers tied to this server. Health shows a colored badge, green check for healthy, yellow triangle for warning, red X for critical, question mark for unknown. Only for heartbeat-enabled servers. Others show a faded not monitored pill. Hover for the last check timestamp. Status is enabled or disabled. Disabled keeps existing files but stops new uploads. Actions has up to 3 buttons. Edit reopens the modal prefilled. Test fires the heartbeat round trip for monitored servers, or a placeholder test connection alert for CDN types. Delete is the red trash button with a safety dialog. Adding a new server. Click Add New Server or click Configure Server inside any provider details modal. The Add Storage Server modal opens. Server name. Required. A short, unique label like Bunny Stockholm Primary. Server type. Required drop-down grouped into 3 op groups. CDN providers, Bunny, Vultr, DigitalOcean Spaces, Cloudflare R2, Key CDN, CDN77, S3 Storage, Wasabi, Backblaze B2, and other storage, FTP local. Picking a type rewrites the dynamic credentials block below and updates the base URL placeholder to the canonical pattern for that provider. Each provider asks for its own credentials. Bunny CDN, zone name, API key, and a region dropdown with 9 choices spanning Frankfurt, New York, Los Angeles, Singapore, Sydney, London, Sao Paulo, Johannesburg, and Stockholm. Vultr, access key, secret key, bucket, and endpoint URL like EWR1.vultrobjects.com. DigitalOcean Spaces, access key, secret key, space name, in region. NYC3, AMS3, SGP1, SFO3, FRA1, or SYD1. Cloudflare R2, account ID, access key ID, secret access key, bucket, and an optional custom domain. KeyCDN, zone ID, zone URL, API key, and origin URL. Origin is critical. Pool-based providers fetch from there when an edge caching misses. CDN 77, resource ID CDN URL, API key, and origin URL. Same pool-based model. Wasabi, access key, secret key, bucket, and a region drop-down with 12 choices across US, EU, and Asia Pacific. The S3 endpoint is auto-derived. Backblaze B2, key ID, application key, bucket, and an S3 compatible endpoint URL. FTP, host, port, defaults to 21. Username, password, and upload path, defaults to /. Local, a single absolute storage path on this server, like /m key /big disk /videos. Below the credentials, 3 shared fields. Base URL is the public prefix where files become reachable, required for every type because the platform writes it into video records. Max storage in gigabytes. Defaulting to 1000. Status, enabled or disabled, the heartbeat section. Below the common fields is the heartbeat block, which appears once you select a server type. The How It Works info box changes with the type. For FTP and local, a green check announces that the platform will auto-deploy a tiny PHP script called heartbeat.php to the remote server during save. The script reports disk space, server load, and health when pinged. For CDN providers, a yellow triangle explains heartbeat is not supported because CDN endpoints do not execute PHP. The checkbox is auto-disabled. 3 controls follow. Enable monitoring is checked by default for FTP and local. Secret key is a 32-character random alphanumeric token auto-generated on add. Read only on add to prevent typos. Editable on edit, with a regenerate button to rotate. The key authenticates the platform's pings. It travels in the URL as a query parameter, and the deployed script rejects any request that does not match. Path to monitor is the absolute file system path the script reports disk space for. Auto-populates from the storage path you entered above. At the bottom of the block is a download script button for manual deployment. If auto-deploy fails, FTP refusing passive mode, or an environment the platform cannot reach, click download and you get a customized heartbeat.php with your secret key and storage path baked in. Place it manually at the root of your remote server. When you click Save on an FTP or local server with Heartbeat enabled, the platform reads the Heartbeat template, substitutes the placeholders, opens an FTP connection or writes locally, and uploads the script. The server record is inserted into TBL storage servers with the secret key, Heartbeat URL, and monitoring flag. For CDN providers, the Heartbeat fields write to the database, but no script deploys. Cancel closes without saving. Save server inserts the row, attaches it to the parent group via group_ID, and reloads with a green success banner. Editing, testing, and deleting. Edit. Click the warning yellow pencil. The same modal opens pre-filled. Server type is editable, but rarely should be. Switching, say, from FTP to Bunny would invalidate every file pointer linked to this server. The secret key becomes editable in edit mode for rotation. Click regenerate, save, then redeploy the script. Test. For Heartbeat-enabled servers, the green test button fires an AJAX request to AJAX_action equals test_heartbeat, which makes a server-side CURL call to the Heartbeat URL through the platform's SSF guard. On success, an alert pops with server status, health, timestamp, disk space, total used, use percentage, free, server info, hostname, PHP version, OS, load average, 1, 5, 15 minute, and any warnings. On failure, you get the CURL error and a truncated raw response. For CDN servers, the gray test connection button is a placeholder alert in this build. Proof of life comes from the first real upload. Delete. The red trash pops a confirmation. If the server holds files, the dialog warns about the file count and explains the consequence. The database pointers in TBL storage file locations are deleted, but the physical files on the storage server remain. The platform deletes pointers, not bytes. After deletion, you have orphan files the database does not know about, and the videos that pointed at this server have one fewer replica. Migrate first or set status to disabled instead. Disabling pauses the server without losing pointers. Confirming runs the delete query against TBL storage file locations first, if files exist, then TBL storage servers, and reloads with a success banner. How it all fits together. 3 tables matter. TBL storage server groups holds parent group records. TBL storage servers, written here, holds individual endpoints linked to a parent by group _ID. TBL storage file locations holds file tracking records. Every file has rows pointing to which servers physically hold copies. When a video finishes processing, the parent group's load balancer reads from TBL storage servers, checking status, current usage versus max, wait, or geo rules, and picks one. The chosen server's connection _config.json is decoded, the credentials extracted, and the file uploaded using the matching driver. Bunny API, S3SDK, FTP-PUT, or local copy. A row is inserted into TBL storage file locations. From then on, the front-end video helpers build the playback URL from the server's base URL, the file's shard pattern, and the relative path. The heartbeat is independent of upload flow. The site cron pings each server's heartbeat URL on a schedule and writes results into the health_status and last_health_ check columns. A few practical tips. Read the provider warnings. The adult content prohibitions on DigitalOcean, Cloudflare, and KeyCDN are real TOS issues. The Bunny and Wasabi affiliate links earn the platform a kickback at no cost to you. Use a fresh secret key per server. Set max storage conservatively. Least space routing handles overflow, but you still want time to expand. Test heartbeat right after every new FTP or local server. Monitoring enabled but no script deployed shows critical forever. That is the storage servers page. 6 clickable provider cards, a cost calculator, a 7-column servers table, and 1 big modal, covering name type, 10 credential blocks for 10 providers, base URL, capacity, status, and a heartbeat block with auto-deploy or manual download. Combined with the storage groups page that decides routing, this is where the actual disk and the actual credentials live.